Hi everybody, welcome back to Cids Modded Life Season 3, Episode 55 with me, Cid. And last episode, we hooked this thing up over here via this quantum entangler porter to another one over at the power plant, and then from there to the base. However, between then and now, I have had a few comments. And specifically, Neil pointing out that we missed an opportunity here, and that opportunity, I don't need those, was to actually do this. So if I pop down and stick another, basically double up the number of power connectors, and then whack a, I think I might have done too many of these, whack a power lead in each of these, we will actually double the output from this facility. And yeah, should have done that really. Boop, boop. So we are going to do that very quickly. Just I double checked, and these are correctly aligned to work as hoofers. So yep, that should be producing, I reckon. Oh, hello, don't want that. About 2,000 RF a tick, I think, which, or maybe a little bit more. Yeah, so I'm going to quickly do those, and then we are going to head back over to the industrialized area. We're going to start an agriculture area over there as well, because we are going to want to use a few tricks to get as much out of that area as possible. I definitely want to automate some of my food production, and ultimately we're also going to want to put in a, what's the word I'm looking for, a biofuel facility as well. That's the word I'm looking for, to make biodiesel, so we can finally get the ultimate power going. Well, not the ultimate power, the ultimate will be the mechanism reactor, but of course we'll need a reason for that beyond just wanting lots of power. I mean, we've already got a lot of passive power plugged in, so there we go. Much more powerful than before. Obviously we've got no way of telling how much power that's going to give out, but it's going to be double, and I think it was pretty hefty last time. So let's head back. I am going to just drop off these items in here for now. I'm going to eat a burger, and I'm going to change out of the flight suit because I really don't need it for what I want to do today. So we'll just head down to the bedroom to have a quick fertile around in the wardrobe. I haven't forgotten about this, by the way. There is still more to do in here, but we'll just change back into the working armour, just so we're not using that all the time. Creative flight's great, but I sometimes think so I need to figure out what I'm going to do down here, because there's a big space over there. It's going to be like the living room, but what I'll do with these corner pieces. Anyway, that's a problem for another day. The problem for today is, well, start off, let's pull some stuff together. I should have an empty sack of holding on me with an empty obsidian chest. So if I jump in here and have a look at grass blocks, we'll take a few of those. I don't know how many I'll need, but we'll take them anyway. And let's have a look. If I want some fence, what kind of, I would like to actually go with dead fence, I think. So let's get some 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That should be more than enough for that. What about lanterns? What have we got in the way of lanterns? Well, we've got ordinary lanterns, haven't we? They'll do the trick quite nicely. I'll take 3 stacks of those. And what else? Probably want some bony meal. I'll take a stack of blocks as well. Probably some other wood now. What's going to work well with that grey wood? Let's have a look at, just compare some, make some pallets up here. Let's grab you and those. And let's have a look at hell. And we'll just do one of those. Kind of an interesting match. Fur, I think, will work as well. If I can type it. Let's have a look. No, that's not what I want. Contrast colour. What contrast colour can we go with? I'll worry about that later. First thing is to get the basics down, and we are going to be looking at dead planks. That's obviously that match there. That is your fur, which is a very close, and then your dark contrast colour. Yep, I like that. We're going to go there, I think. So we've got the dead. Let's grab some more hellbark. Maybe 2 or 3 of those. 4 maybe. And some fur. Where's fur gone? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's just chuck all of that in and start off with grabbing that then. Right, now we need something else. We need some cows, or cows as they're sometimes called. It is night time, so let me sleep the night off quickly, and then we'll go cow hunting, grab a few in monster balls, and we'll head over to where we're going to work. So I'll be back in a second. Alright, we're over here in the savannah, and oops, there's our first customer. I'm sure I saw some more over there, look. Shouldn't have to go too far. And I think maybe if I can get like a dozen or so. I mean, it's not a major problem if we don't get a dozen, because obviously once we've got 2 we can breed, but you know, easier to not muck around. Once we've got them, we got them. Hello. And you. And you. Oh, damn you. You. Yeah, so grabbing a few cattle, and I'll be back in a bit. Alright, we are back over where we needed to be. There's actually more cows over here than I thought there were. I've done a little circuit all the way around, and I've just basically hoovered up every cow that I could come across. And what I want to do is I want to work in this area down here. And the plan is fairly simple. We're going to, let's start off with this, shall we? Let's pop you down. We'll jump into, oops, pop. That lot in there, will they all go? No, they are unique as well as that. And choke a little bit. We'll grab a little bit of miscellaneous bag there, put that in. First things first, out of the box, we are going to want to just replace as much of this as possible with some dirt, because we need to create a river that runs down, I think down to this area and then over the edge. So that's probably just a little bit of simple terraforming. or landscaping I should say. Yeah, because terraforming is something entirely different. And it, of course, is a phrase that we use incorrectly all the time because, you know, it's become the phrase that we use to describe landscaping the ground in Minecraft, and realistically that's entirely the wrong word. So let's just have a think. I probably need to come back over here, take out some of this terrain around here, and let it grow back and die back in the correct manner. Now, where did I want to bring it back down? Did I say about here, didn't I? So that's probably the right point to take this out. Right. Now, armed with that, I think what we're going to do is, should I bring this terrain up to this level? Might make more sense. I can always plant more of these, or make them even. You know, that's not a problem. Take that one out of there, grab some of that, and then we're going to come down here till we get to about here. Yeah, let me just do a little bit of groundwork and I'll be back in a moment. Alright, I've popped back here. I have set myself up a waystone over here now, because I do spend a lot of time travelling backwards and forwards, and I don't really need to be quite that invested in doing it the hard way. Now, I would like to start off by taking this lot and just making it a little bit less. No. Thing it should not grow grass on it if it's underwater, if I remember my stuff correctly. Maybe I don't, who knows. However, we can soon just put that to the test, can't we? If I take out this area, and then throw down, that should do. So if I were to water this lot up, get there eventually, there we go. That shouldn't spread as grass, as far as my understanding goes. We'll soon find out. In the meantime, we can soon strip out this riverbed here and start placing down some non-grass blocks. It's getting dark as well, so we'll wiggle this along a bit. And I've got a mixture of textures to throw down here, so we'll be able to get that kind of this river looking more natural than it does. Then we can start to work on the surroundings and get the cow farm in. Oh, hello. We don't want you in the area. What's that over there? That's not another one over this way, is it? Kind of rare to see only one spawn. Uh-huh. Yeah, not getting any kind of feeling that there's another one, so chaos for the winner. Right, let's get on. So I'm going to just kind of terraform, landscape this ground down here. And then we'll do all the way down, and I brought some, didn't bring any actual stone. That was a bit short-sighted of me. I can find stone. I can get stone everywhere. There's stone in the ground. Just want to kind of give this edges a little bit less dirt and more permanence, if you like. But those are definitely not spreading, so that's a good sign. And we can leave a little bit of grass in there, obviously. But let me... What the hell have I got following me around here now? Right. Need you. Need you. You can go there. So I'll just liberally do this. I'll kind of break up the banks a little bit, and I'll be back in a sec. Alright. I think that's about does it. We should be able to release the water stream. Probably need to fix a few bits here and there, like there's that gap there, but we've now got a river. I've also got a metric crap ton of, well, for want of a better word, crap in the old inventory, but that's fine. And all we need to do now is fill that, and I think, yeah, that works. Right, trust me, this episode is not all about building a river. The next thing I want to do is I want to just plot out how and where I'm going to put my cow shed. I haven't got the design for the cow shed in my head yet, but let's use this sand. So the idea is I want to have a field, and the field will be, yay big, not massive, but not small either, but it will back onto a cow shed that runs a little bit further, maybe. Runs like onto here. And the cow shed will come out, what would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe to about there, and it'll go, maybe it'll be a pillar, and then we'll have like a 3 gap and a pillar, and a 1, 2, 3 gap and a pillar, and a 1, 2, 3 gap, and then maybe come back to here and run into that space there. Nothing fancy, it's just a shed. But it is going to house some machinery, which we may or may not get to this episode. So from there, we're then going to have a fence. And build bag. Get one of those out. In fact, we might as well just take this over with us. Let me get that. Because apart from putting a few weeds and stuff down there and just dressing that up, we're largely done over that side. But we can just put you all the way there. Gonna grab some dead log and convert you over into that. Right, I should have in here a certain amount of oak. Not a huge amount, but enough, I think, to do that. Definitely need to sleep now. And yeah, we shall go in, and I'm going to go. Might as well just do this, with the exception of 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll get a couple of. In fact, we'll do a couple of gates. So from the walls of this, we're going to have a fence, and the fence is going to loosely come around to there. Perhaps we'll whack in one of our gates here, and what I want to do from this side is, and that's going to actually be a wall. So we'll start from there, and then we'll just kind of fertile around here. Again, keeping it very loose and very organic. It's one of the things I noticed that you do tend to find in the UK, and I'm not against countries with larger farming habits, is that our fields tend to be a lot more higgledy-piggledy and much less, what's the word I'm looking for, organic. They're more organic, much less plotted and structured and laid out. So having a structure like this, for example, and what we'll do just to ensure that the cows can't get out for the time being, is we'll just run a fence there. Now, where did I want to stick this other gate? Let's stick it at the entrance on this side. Take all of that, drop that off. We are going to want the cows, but I also want to put some a couple of trees. I've got a few other tree types, but we'll kind of try and stick with the. Might actually go and get one of those lavender trees as well, but we'll start off with try for a big mega tree about here, and let's pop you down. Oh, I need the bone meal. I did bring bone meal, didn't I? Yes, I did. And I brought plenty of bones should this not take the first time, but yeah, it usually works. In my experience. So that'll give us a little bit of je ne sais quoi there. We'll go with good old pink tree there. Do I really want to put much more in the way of trees on the inside of this? It's a good question. I don't know the answer. No, I don't think I will actually. I think we'll leave that for a moment. Yeah, we'll leave the trees. I'll just get them, but we will just give this a little bit of a bone meal, just to give it a little bit more life. Grab that and that. And plonk those down over here, I suppose, for now. Right, lighting around the area. We'll stick one there. Get some F7 on the go. One either side of the gate. Is that too much? I think it is. I mean, it doesn't matter if mobs spawn in with the cattle, because obviously we don't have any hostile mobs which are hostile to passive farmed mobs like cattle, for example. But what we'll do is we'll use the old carpet trick. In fact, I might actually try. Oops, hello. I might actually try some trickery over here with a few things that's not going to be there. So I think that kind of brings us largely lit up area. We could probably use some kind of little ultimately we'll get a bridge going across here, but for the what I think we should do is shall we try let's put about half of those away. I've got plenty of torches, so if I grab my tools, grab my saw, take this down. I don't know whether that will be enough actually. Let's just try something. I just need a block of any description. So if we put the light back on and we go, say, this block here, and I'm going to take this out as well. We're going to whack down a torch. We're going to whack down this, and then we will pop down that there. I've got a feeling this will not match very well. Yeah. That is not playing then, is it? Okay, that's fine. We shall come up with an alternative. This is because the grass changes colour, depending on what biome it's in, of course. So I need to head back to the ranch and pick up some glowstone and yeah, let me just pick up a bit of glowstone. That might be the answer. So I'll be back in a second. Alright, so the plan I have is very similar. We're going to take out a few of these blocks here. I'm going to whack down a sea lantern. Oops, hello. A sea lantern. Now that will give us lighting over to there. We'll do something similar. Find some block here. We'll stick down a sea lantern again. Come over here and do the same. Maybe around the tree somewhere. Maybe there. Lights. Oh, and of course somewhere over here. We will need to do something similar in the shed when we get there. Hail ever. Night's coming on quick, so let's just get that out of the way. Whilst grass changes its colour, and I need a bit of that like so. What doesn't change its colour is dirt and mud. So by hiding this under here and then grabbing a few choice bits of mud just to throw around the area, a bit of dirt just to give that illusion of And it doesn't even need to be all dirt, does it? We can even throw in grass just to, I don't know, give it that something. And then we do something similar over here where, you know, come down. It really doesn't matter what we throw on top, because I can use that half slab of mud. And just throw a few choice blocks around as well, just to make it blend in better. So let me quickly do that, and then we're going to make a start on the shed and get the cows in. I think if we can get to that point, then we can worry about the milking operation, either this episode or next. But I have got a solution to automatically milking cattle, so we'll see how that goes. But back in a second. All right, I think for the structure, we're going to go with dead log as a main building material. Why? Why not? I like the colour. Basically, that's all we need to justify that. But fur is the complement colour, and then we know that the hellbark is the opposite colour. So if I come back, do I really want it to be 2, 3, 4? I would like it to be 5. So I think we're looking at here, here, and here. And I may actually have 2 or 3 milking stations in this yet. I'm not entirely sure how that's going to pan out. But let's get the basics down first. And the basics is always start with a frame. And don't get your logs in a twist, like that I did just there. So if you start with a frame, then perhaps come over the top. We'll worry about the exact structure. Sometimes wing it. Winging it is sometimes the way. Not always. Generally speaking, I prefer to have a plan, but now the question is, do we have a vertical one here, or do we go with something different? I'm very tempted to go with something different. I'm going to take these out as well, because I'm not going to introduce the cows until we're ready. I was originally planning to put the cows out and then come back, but for one, the cow constant mooing will get very, very old very quickly. So let us go with fir logs, and the first question is, how do we texture this? Because otherwise it's just going to be a very, very big old chunk of wool like that, which is not going to be very appealing to look at. So that is a very good question. Don't know the answer. It's a good question. Let's have a look what we've got in the way of. Have we got any kind of grid or grill? Oops, of course, yeah. wooden... What's that? Wooden framed pressure plate with a frame. Which presumably you make with scaffolding, of course you do. But it's a pressure plate anyway, it's not going to play. What about trapdoor? Ah, that. Decisions, thoughts, ideas. Framed trapdoor. Hellbark trapdoor. That might work. It is Hellbark that I brought, isn't it? Yeah. Alright. So if I were to do something like that, and then come in 1, 2, and then maybe a little bit of that action going on with a Hellbark trapdoor, that could work. Doesn't matter so much on the back, but let's just quickly sleep. Let's have a look at our trapdoor options with the wood that we currently have with us. So if I were to take Hellbark and do that, we get that one. But if we were to use, you see, that's going to blend in too much, or is it actually? That's because of course the edges are fur, so let's just try this one versus that. It's got to be the Hellbark. It just gives you that contrast piece straight away. Yeah, Hellbark all the way. Okay, well that's simple enough then. I'm going to need a, maybe, I might as well do them all. Doesn't really matter. And that will go there. We definitely need to light up this area and that area over there as well at some point. Right. So armed with that, now I've got this going on in here. Oops. Right tool, right job. And these can just be straight flat because they're just, well, there's nothing to detail them into, is there? And similarly, we'll do the same here. And here. To there. And that's going to go 1, 2, 3. We're still on the fur, aren't we? Yes. And then, because there's no point at this point to put a window, we just go like that. Working so far, I feel. Probably went a little bit mad with the Hellbark trapdoors, but you know. Oh God, where's my? What did I just do with my bow there? We'll get rid of that lot for now. We're going to grab that and that, and I think we shall go with Hellbark stairs as our roofing material of choice. He says. Well, there's nobody in here yet, so we might as well do this like this. And get you like a... no. Lake of Sioux, and all the way across there. I'll continue with the roof, but this is going to be a fairly straightforward roof, nothing too fancy, I don't think. So let me get that done. I'll be back in a second. Just need a little something to. Well, there really is nothing that breaks these faster. I need something to add to the barn, and I recall that this village over here, which it has no residents anymore. It is an ex-village. Oh, never took that stuff. Amazing. Had some hay bales kicking around, so I thought I'd just pop over and have a neighbourly borrow. I mean, it could be argued that I may have depopulated the village by living in the area, but, well, you could argue that. I'm just not gonna. Right, let me grab. I don't think there's a lot left, but we'll have what there is. Yeah, I think that might be the last pile. But it doesn't matter. It's all good. Gives us stuff to go at. So I've got the barn more or less built. Just needs to have a floor put in it and leg. This is obviously a nice easy way to source a little. Any more? I think that's me a lot. I'd have to just come and demolish this at some point. It's obviously no longer a functioning village, so yeah. But helps if you think. This is what we got so far. We got just a little barn area going on the outside. Very simple. Using these supports, bit of lighting. Just need to tear this floor out, replace it with primarily dirt. Now, have I got? I can't remember whether I ever built an excavator. I did, and that does not have silt touch, so that's probably the way to go. Because I should be able to get most of this dug out. If I just go plop, plop, and plop, take you out, and then we can very quickly work this into here. And maybe, if we're lucky, throw in, should have coarse, more coarse, a little bit of that. We can throw in a little bit of gravel. Actually, I've got gravel, haven't I? So I can just make more coarse as well. Like so. Right. Now it's just a matter of sprinkling this stuff around in here, making it look more like a shed than a green old garden. So I'll do that, be back in a second. Alright, well that just gives us one more job to do. This has got plenty of stuff going on inside. It's nice and busy. Now all we need to do is get a few cow beasties in here. So that's 3. 6. I think we need more than that. 9. Must remember to close the door. 12. let's just go 15. I can always add more if we think we need more, but why is it the cows always know where the gates are? So that, I think, is largely that for this episode. We've got the basics down, and if we get a shot in there, we can get our screenshot for the episode. We've got plenty of cows, breakdancing cows by the looks of it. And next episode we are going to automate the milking of these guys. It's going to take place at the back here. So if I were to just chop in there and pop in here, this is the point where we're going to be doing the milking from. I'll just come out the side for now. But what we'll do is we'll have an automated milking facility that will feed into an automated crafting facility, which will turn the milk as well as a few other ingredients into cheese. And then there's a very big question mark over whether we can then automate the turning of a cheese wheel into cheese bits. But I'm happy with that. We've got a river. The river here is done. We need to do a little bit of landscaping out here, get some more plants and stuff, make it look more part of the area, but I think we can safely say we're getting there. I might stick a bit of bamboo in there as well, actually, because you can't go wrong with a bit of bamboo. But on that note, thank you very much for watching, guys. I will see you soon. Bye for now.